Usha enyemaya obebisa ho say take each of them. What is our capacity for local production? You for rice here, you're producing rice. But I would be happy to hear from the minister. Say what percentage of our demands and you're producing in Ghana? Are we making 40%? Are we making 50%? Are we making 30%? Now say you restrict here. What volume reduction in the imports are we looking at? If currently we are importing per se, let's say 100%, we want to restrict it to 60% or what? These details are necessary to inform the public and to inform me that you reduce. This is why we are trying to reduce. Then we must also be able to demonstrate, say, you restricting import here, we will be able to match up the demands locally. We can be able to produce and match up. Now, to the extent that we cannot, if you take just something like sugar, the local production, the Commander Sugar Factory we had, is it functioning? What is our local capacity to produce sugar? So, if these conditions are not met, even upon this restriction, import will continue. Correct? Because we can't produce locally. Yes. We are not producing enough sugar. In fact, I don't know if you are even producing sugar locally. If Commander is producing, at what capacity? And can they meet our demand? If you take rice, we are still importing rice. If you take sugar, we are still, I've mentioned sugar already. If you take cars, the local assembly plants, yes, we are still importing cars. If you take the other list on the
mosquito coil, insecticides.
Yes. If you take soft drinks,
ceramic
tiles. How many companies are producing tiles in Ghana?
And we are importing mineral water. It's in the
there.
list.
So you will notice that yes, there are some things that why should anybody import mineral water? We don't have the water, or we cannot bottle it. You understand my point? So something like mineral water is very easy to say. In fact, not even a restriction. We can say a total ban. But if you take things like sugar, if you take things like ceramic tiles, if you take margarine, if you take rice, if you take vegetable oil, if you take cars, these are things we are still importing. So then what would the restriction achieve? What the restriction is just going to achieve is that if you are not able to tell us, say, okay, your local production maybe at 30%. We want to increase that to 70%. So we are restricting the import to 30% so that we support the local industry to go up. What this LI is simply going to do is that importation is going to continue, but the person to import will be limited. Naturally, say, you will need a special permit from the minister to be able to import.
And that's the reason I will say committee. There will be a committee.
Good.
Yeah, the needed
you see,
permit.
sometimes on my way, we put the cart before the horse.